come here. I see that look on your face. You feel cheated, don't you? You worked hard, you followed the rules, and yet, someone else got the promotion. Someone else was born into the wealth you're grinding for. Someone else cheated and won. And you're sitting there, waiting for the referee of life to blow the whistle and make it right. I need to wake you up before your resentment drowns you. The world does unto you a fair game. Nature doesn't care about your effort. The market doesn't care about your good intentions. Fairness is a fairy tale we tell children to keep them quiet. But you aren't a child anymore. You are a competitor in a world that is indifferent to your feelings. Today, we stop crying about the rules and start learning how to win in a rigged system. I knew a student who was obsessed with equality of outcome. He spent more time complaining about the advantages of his competitors than he did improving his own skills. He felt that because he was a good person, success should be delivered to his door. He stayed stagnant for years, paralyzed by the unfairness of it all. Most of you are doing the same thing. You're using the world's imbalance as an excuse for your own lack of results. You think that because the game is rigged, there's no point in playing. But look around. The people winning aren't the ones with the most fair circumstances. They are the ones who accepted the lopsided board and played anyway. When you cry for fairness, you are actually crying for weakness. You re-asking for the world to lower its standards because you re-afraid you couldn't meet them. That's not a virtue. It's a surrender. If you stay in this fairness mindset, you know what happens. You become a bitter, middle-aged ghost. ULLB, the person at the office Christmas party cornering a junior employee to explain why you should have been the CEO, if only the system was on against you. You trade your agency for the moral high ground of the big team. But here's the secret. The high ground is a lonely, cold place when you have nothing to show for it. Resentment is a poison you drink while hoping your enemies die. It won't hurt the people who have a head start. It will only rot your own ambition. Every minute you spend auditing the privilege of others is a minute you are building your own power. Are you okay with being right, but being a failure? The world will continue to be unfair long after you are gone. The only question is, did you win anyway? The Stoics had a better way. Amor fati, love your fate. Even the unfair parts, we are going to use the Asymmetry Audit. Stop looking at what you don't have and find your unfair advantage. Maybe you have more hunger because you started with less. Maybe your lack of connections forced you to become twice as skilled as the person who had them. Marcus Aurelius said, "The impediment to action advances action." What stands in the way becomes the way. If the game is rigged against you, you have to play a different game. You have to be faster, weirder, or more resilient. Fairness is a flat line. Asymmetry is where the profit is. Identify the unfair thing that happened to you and ask, how can I use this to make me If you were born in the dark, use the dark to hide while you build your empire. The moment you stop complaining, you will feel a sudden, terrifying weight. Why? Because you can no longer blame the system for your failures. This is the friction of total accountability. It's much easier to be a victim than it is to be a warrior, because a victim always has an excuse. You will feel the urge to go back to the fairness argument. When things get hard, you'll want to point at someone else's luck to justify your own fatigue. This is the test of your character. You have to learn to look at a rigged game and say, I will win regardless. That decision is what creates an elite mind. It's not about ignoring it's about making the unfairness irrelevant. Lean into the cold reality that no one is coming to balance the scales for you. Good. Now go balance them yourself. Now, look at you. You have the predator's gaze. You don't look for fairness. You look for opportunity. Because you've accepted that the game is rigged, you are no longer surprised by setbacks. You are unshakable. While others are paralyzed by the latest injustice, you are already moving 3 steps ahead. You've turned your disadvantages into a story of triumph that people will tell for generations. You have achieved the ultimate stoic freedom. You are no longer a victim of the world. As lack of balance, you have created your own balance. You realize that the only fair thing in life is that everyone has the choice to either complain or compete. You chose to compete, and because you did, you've earned a victory that no privilege could ever buy. You aren't playing their game anymore. You're playing yours. I'm not here to tell you life is easy. I'm here to tell you that it's hard for everyone in different ways, and that doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is what you do with the cards you were dealt. I want you to make a choice today, to leave the victim behind. I want you to go to the comments right now and type the word unshakable. Be typing it, you're accepting the board as it is, and promising to win regardless of the rules. Go to your Asymmetry Audit. Find your weapon. Start your march. I'll be watching to see how you change the game. This is your mindset reboot. Go.